Hello, you guys. What is up? Welcome back. I hope everyone watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. If you guys are looking for a personal reading, I have personal readings available in my description box. If they're out of stock, you guys, you can go ahead and message me on Etsy and I will set you up with something in the future. Okay guys, so today's pick a card is going to be a pick a card on the time and place in which you are meeting your next special somebody, whether this is a boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your best friend, somebody who you may be in a situationship. I am not blinded to the fact that there are an array of different important relationships that we will have in our life, and I want this video to be, or I want this reading to be a reading that is all encompassing of the next really important relationship that's coming into your life, regardless of what category it falls under. So before I show you guys the piles, this is your reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. So take what resonates, leave what does not. If it does not resonate, you guys, it's honestly, genuinely, wholeheartedly not that deep. Some things in life are going to resonate with you. Some things are not. And that's completely okay. Also, there's nuance to every conversation, you guys. I am speaking in general. I am so aware that there's nuance to many different conversations. I'm a very open-minded person, but it's just not practical to sit and go over every nuance when we're doing a general reading. So keep that in mind throughout the reading. With that being said, you guys, here is a clip of the piles right now. When you pick the pile, you guys, the description box holds the timestamps. All right, you guys, these are the three piles. We got group 1 with the spider, group 2 with the skeleton, and sorry about moving the camera. Group 3 with the hearth. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to that right now. And if you want to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. Again, if you're wanting a personal reading, I have those available in the description box. If they're out of stock, you guys feel free to message me on Etsy and I will get back to you eventually. It may take me some time to get back to you, but I will get back to you for a future time and date in which I can set you up with a reading. So, first things first, we are going to be shuffling the tarot, and then once I get some cards on the table, I will go ahead and roll the dice. So let's get started. Can I get a message for group 1? So when time and place. Oh my goodness. I haven't used this deck in such a long time. It feels so nice to bring it back out. Got it. Okay. So we have the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Justice, the time and place for group number 1, their next special someone. Time and place, time and place, time and place. Okay. So I could read this very literally, you guys, and say, oh, you're going to meet them in a courtroom, or you're going to meet them in a situation in which a court situation is involved. Obviously, that is not going to be the case for 90% of you, but for some of you, this could be the case. Maybe you have jury duty and you're going to meet this person while you're doing jury duty. It's also very possible that perhaps you are needing to... if you work in law, it would also make sense that you may be meeting a special somebody while you are at work, right? Perhaps this person works in law. Again, time and place. I'm feeling, again, very much like for some of you, there's something here to do with the law, whether that's an officer, a lawyer, a judge. Something to do with the law is definitely showing up here. If that's not the case, you guys, this is going to be neutral territory. Why am I saying that? Because the justice is about equality and balance, and time and place. When I'm thinking about a place in which you would be meeting somebody, I'm envisioning it being a place of neutrality, a place in which it's not for example, if you were to meet somebody at their apartment or at their house, it's going to be they have the upper ground, right? They have... Right, because they're in their environment, they are in their own home, so they hold more of the power than you would, right? Versus if you meet somebody in a neutral place, it's showing up to me as we're in neutral territory. Okay. We'll start from the beginning. or go back to the beginning. You may be meeting them at a time in your life in which there's a lot of responsibilities being placed on you. The way I'm seeing this, you guys, it's like getting a promotion or getting a new job or even like getting a puppy, perhaps moving into your own place. This is just very much feeling, it's giving the vibe, it's giving the energy of I have a lot of responsibilities and I don't get to just have free time. So it feels like a time in your life in which you are very much in the mindset of I am busy, I have things to do, I don't just have time to like see you whenever. So I think that this meeting of your next special somebody is going to be very intentional, because again, the 10 of Wands is indicating to me that you do not have a lot of free time. You have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. You have a lot going on in your life. Your plate is full. We also have the Knight of Swords. So for some of you, this is you meeting this person in university and college. I know I do have some younger viewers. I know I also have some older viewers. But for the younger ones, or for the ones who are thinking about going back to university or going back to college or starting, I would see this as pursuing your education. And the reason I'm saying that, you guys, is because the Knight of Swords, the swords in general, whenever you see a sword card, it can be related back to a mindset. It can be related back to something that's going on internally in the mind. So when I'm seeing this, it's making me feel like you guys are pursuing something on an intellectual level. You guys are pursuing something on a level that is more internal. It could also be representing like ambition and going after what you want very ambitiously, but I'm more so seeing this as like pursuing something on an intellectual level or an internal level. That could even be therapy, you guys. That could even be like, oh, I need to start working out for my mental health. I know for me, if I don't work out, like this isn't an aesthetic thing, it's a mental health thing. Like I have to work out to feel well mentally. So that may be something that you guys are partaking in. Or again, like I said, therapy. Feeding your brain, feeding your mind feels like something that's really significant. And especially because we have that 10 of Wands burdens on your plate, it makes sense to me that you may be meeting this person while you are in university or learning a new skill set. And again, a place of neutrality. A university campus would be a place that is neutral, right? It's not like, you don't own the university. I would assume this person you're going to be meeting is not an owner of the university. So it makes sense to me that neutrality would be here. Also, again, law may be involved for some of you. Some of you are lawyers, some of you want to study law, or get into the criminal justice realm. Surprisingly, I feel like a lot of the people who purchase personal readings are like people who are studying law or people who want to be judges or lawyers. And I always find that so fascinating. Anyways, we also have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is representing emotional intelligence. This is also being very intuitive. So, oh my gosh, you guys are meeting this person after you have gone through significant lessons in your life to the point where you are now so emotionally tuned in. You're so energetically tuned in to energy that you can pick up on somebody's bad vibes like immediately. This is giving me very much the vibe, the energy, the essence of like, I can tell when somebody is good for me and when somebody's not good for me. This is almost, we're listening to our bodies, we're trusting ourselves. We're not apologizing for being like, the vibe is just off. You guys, I swear to gosh, when I was younger, when I was like 19, maybe like 19, 20, 21, I feel like I would go on dates or I would like be in situations and I'd be like, the vibe is off, but I'm going to do it anyways because I feel like I'm being a bitch by not, by being like, oh no, I'm sorry, like your energy's weird, bye, like I don't want to be around you. Like I felt so rude doing that. But in reality, guys, like that's just literal self-respect, and you don't need a reason to not want to be around somebody. Like you don't need to explain yourself or your reasoning as to why something just doesn't feel right. If the vibe is off, the vibe is off, and you are not obligated to stick around during that. And I feel like when you are meeting this next special somebody, the vibe is going to be immaculate, and you're not going to have to be like, ooh, like this, we have to force conversation, or we have to do this, or we have to do that. Like it's going to feel very smooth. We also have the Six of Rings. The Six of Rings is talking about generosity. Okay, so perhaps this next special somebody is somebody who's very kind, somebody who's very giving, somebody who has a desire to give to you. This could also be a time in your life, because this card sometimes does also reference, like, I'm pouring into me. Like, I'm focusing on me. We're in the me era, okay? And I know some people would say that's selfish, or that's like, oh, like, you shouldn't be self-centered. You shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that. Honestly, if you don't focus on yourself, if you don't pour into yourself, you're going to have nothing to pour into other people. So it's a very loving and kind act to pour into yourself. And that may be the phase in life that you are at the time in which you meet this next special somebody. Can I get a message? Interesting. Okay, I always feel like when these two come up together, it's like a sign of just being really like young and ambitious and wanting to go after your dreams. So I do feel like the majority of you who picked pile one are younger. If you are older, and when I say older, I mean like 45 and above. If you are 45 and above, I would see this as you being somebody who has a very young spirit and you are still very hopeful for your future. I know sometimes people get older and they go, oh my gosh, like life is over, like nothing is gonna, like I don't get to live the life I want. No, okay? You get to live every day. You get to wake up every day and choose what kind of life you want to live until literally the day you are in the ground, okay? So I'm seeing this as this group having a very young spirit and having a very young energy and having the desire to chase after their desires, having the desire to chase after their dreams, having the willpower, having the energy to do this. So I think at the time in which you again are meeting this special somebody, you are going to feel exhilarated in your own energy. You're going to feel very motivated to accomplish a goal or to go after something you've always wanted to go after. This does not have to be a certain genre of activity. This does not need to be university, although I do feel like for most of you it will be. It could also have to do with your career and chasing goals in your career. I'm sorry I'm sniffling, you guys. I've been saying this in my readings. I think I'm allergic either to my building or to like the light, because I swear whenever I sit in this particular spot, it's allergy central. Central? I don't think I'm saying that correctly. Whatever. Can I get a message? The Eight of Rings. Okay, literally, guys, this is university. The Eight of Rings is repetition. I'm going to do something over and over and over again until I'm perfect, until I am pristine, until you can look at me and be like, that is a master at her skill set. So you guys, again, I think you're meeting this person at a time in which you are studying something, at a time in which you are in university, or at a time in which you are, again, in a state of being repetitive so that you can garnish a skill set in some way, shape, or form. Let's go ahead, my lovelies, and move along to the oracle cards. Ah, my nose. Can I get a message for group? Guys, look, there's a reason why when I say like, I'm picking up on this vibe, I'm picking up on this energy. It's not just like, oh, well, the cards are here. It's also just a vibe that's coming through with the energy. It just feels like you guys are learning something, or you're in university at the time in which you are meeting this special person, which makes sense, right? Especially if this is like a platonic friendship, it makes sense to me that you'd be meeting this person while you are in school or while you are in university or learning something new. Mercury, I'm sorry, let me go back. Mercury is connected to the mind. It's connected to learning. It's connected to this energy of like, I'm going to take in information. It's also communication, you guys. So let's say this. Let's say you are going to a university outside of your hometown or province or state or whatever, wherever you live, whatever you want to call it. You're going somewhere else, okay? And let's say you are connecting with people online through Instagram or through this, through that, who are also going to that university, to that college that you are wanting to go to. I feel like there may be some like internet stuff going on as well, because again, like Mercury is communication, it's the mind. I do oftentimes associate this with things like the internet. So there is that. My nose. Can I please get the Black Moon Lilith mystery? There's an air of mystery around the when/where. I oftentimes, and I feel like when I explain this, it sounds like silly, but I feel like sometimes there's certain information that we need to not know, right? Like if you knew the exact time and date that you were going to be again in the ground, that would invoke like fear. That would invoke some type of like, I'm going to move about life differently, right? And sometimes I think that things are just meant to happen the way that they're meant to happen, and us trying to avoid or produce a different outcome or make something happen sooner can put us on the wrong path or could lead us down a path that we weren't meant to go down. So with the Black Moon Lilith, what this is really telling me is, number one, like, you are supposed to just do what you instinctually feel like is right for you. You are not supposed to know perhaps all the details of this time and place. I feel like for this reading, we may just be getting a rough outline and not necessarily a pinpoint, you are meeting them in the library at Yale University. Like, I think that we are supposed to be giving you more of a rough draft, if you will, of this time and place. And I think it's also, again, very important that you guys remain wild and free when it comes to this like meeting. Like, don't sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I need to obsess over how I'm meeting this person, when I'm like, don't obsess over it is what I'm getting. Like, don't obsess over it. Okay. Can I please get one more astrology card for group 1? We have Libra. Again, you guys, for those of you who are at all interested in studying law, I would see this, or anything in the justice system. Even if, I don't want to say social worker, because I don't know if that's necessarily what I'm getting, but because I'm bringing it up, we can say social worker as well. It's just giving me like I work in the realm of law. It's giving me like work in the realm of law, because again, Libra is the scales, right? Libra is the balancing scales. So it's just giving me, again, very much law. Libra is also connected to the 7th house. The 7th house is the house of partnership. So that may also be relevant to, again, you guys meeting your romantic partner. I could interpret that with Mercury here and Libra here. I could interpret that as like a dating app, right? Because again, Mercury is connected to the mind, communication, also sometimes online stuff. Libra is literally relationships. So the way that I would see that, it's like I'm intentionally going out of my way to put myself online to like date somebody or to find somebody. And people think that you can't meet amazing people online. That's actually literally just not true. I know there are bad experiences, and I do believe people need to be careful when meeting anybody. Like, if you meet somebody in the grocery store, don't just trust that person. It's the same thing online, guys. Like, you can't just trust any old silly person. But 100%, like, I've met amazing men online, and I feel like, I don't know, people shouldn't be so quick to like push that away or push that to the side, because I do think that there's a lot of possibilities that are out there. There's a lot of options that are out there. And I think when you close yourself off to like, oh, I could never do that, like, I think that you're essentially just saying like, I don't know, like, I don't know what you're saying, but it just feels very much like you're cutting yourself off to opportunities that are out there. Rejection. This is abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. All right, so perhaps you're meeting your next special somebody after a significant rejection. This doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic rejection, you guys, but it could be. Here's the thing about rejection. Like, number one, rejection's healthy for people. If you've never been rejected, then it's like, have you actually really lived? You know, rejection I think is super healthy. And also, like, who cares? If somebody's like, oh no, I don't want to, like, is it really that deep? Is it really that serious? Like, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-frickin-doo if you know? And I know it doesn't feel nice in the moment. Like, obviously nobody likes being rejected, you guys, but this is not as big and as scary as people make it out to be. You know, I feel like it's far more scary to get to the end of your life and realize that you didn't take any risks, or realize that you never put yourself out there in any significant way, versus like, if at least if you put yourself out there, you know the answer for sure. You know, like, at least if you put yourself out there, you know, like, oh, that person just wasn't interested in me. Like, I'm just not their type. And like, you can't do anything about that, right? Versus sitting there and being like, well, what if? What if I did? What if I was their type? What if they did want to be with me? What if that was my soulmate and I just passed them by? It's important to put yourself out there, you guys. And if you get rejected, you get rejected. It's really not that deep. Again, I understand it doesn't feel good, but it's like, the worst somebody's going to do is say no. Like, okay, thanks. Like, that's it. So, I don't know. I feel like rejection may be something that is, again, taking place for some of you guys around the time that you are meeting this particular person. Can I please get a message for group 1? Okay. cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. So just based on the other cards that have come up, you guys, I think that this cloudy judgment is being lifted from you. I think that you guys are being blessed with clarity at the time in which you are meeting your next special somebody. The reason I'm saying that is because everything else here would indicate that. Everything else here would indicate clarity. It would indicate having a clear understanding of yourself and what you want. So I think that previously, perhaps you guys were dealing with this like cloudy judgment, or you were dealing with this energy of like, I always give the wrong guy a chance, or I always end up with an a-hole, or like the nice guy who's not really a nice guy. I feel bamboozled. I feel like there is a sense or an energy here of maturing or getting to the point in life in which you recognize when somebody's just trying to like, cast the fog over your eyes. So I think it's the opposite of cloudy judgment. I think you guys are going to have very clear vision, a very clear understanding when you are meeting this next special somebody. We also have one day somewhere, or someday somewhere, another time, which I think is so funny because we have that, obviously, that new moon, or not new moon, that black moon Lilith, which is, again, mystery. We have chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. Some of you may be meeting this person in your chemistry class, like literal chemistry class. But obviously, when I'm seeing this, I'm getting a few different things. First of all, 4th of July, New Year's, may be significant in regards to when you're meeting this person. Also, I'm seeing this as a party. For some of you, you may be at some type of party. If it's not 4th of July or if it's not New Year's, because obviously I know not all of you watching this are American, so you guys don't all celebrate the 4th. But it's feeling like somebody's birthday party or something where there would be like sparklers, or something where there would be like those candles that are very sparkly. That's the vibe I'm getting with this. Obviously, I do believe that you and this person are going to have a significant amount of chemistry with each other. Can I have a message for group? We have stubbornness and inflexibility. Oh, stubbornness and inflexibility. Interesting. Let me sit on that for a second. We also have achievement and downfall. Achievement and downfall. And we have, don't sneeze. We have secrets and running away from problems. Secrets and running away from problems. That is so fascinating. I don't know how to interpret this. Secrets and running away from problems. It could be, again, that you are eyeing somebody who's in your life, somebody who's in your circle, and instead of, again, approaching, you are like holding back, or instead of like flirting with that person or giving that person your number, you're holding back because you're afraid of rejection. The achievements and downfalls, I think that, again, there is a significant achievement in your life, such as getting accepted to the university you want to go to, or perhaps getting a job in which you're getting paid what you deserve, or entering into a phase of life that's very successful, but again, having more responsibilities on your plate. And then the stubbornness and inflexibility. Again, I don't think that you guys are going to have a very flexible schedule at the time in which you're meeting this person. Like, you guys feel very, very busy at the time in which you're meeting this person. So, that is that. Can I get a message? Vertigo, whatever you choose will be correct. So I feel like the meeting of this person is very much connected to destiny, you guys, just based on the fact that like all the cards are essentially saying like, oh, leave it to mystery, like someday, somewhere, somehow, like it feels very connected to destiny. We also have phenomenon, and this says be still and listen to the spirits. Be still and listen to the spirits. So here's the thing. If you guys are wondering, like, what can I do to, like, meet my next special somebody? Don't do anything. Live your life. Live your life. Chase after your dreams. Don't focus on meeting this person. I feel like that is ultimately what's going to be best in regards to you actually meeting them. It's like you not focusing on them. Can I please get a message for group? Zombie control. Interesting. So we have a zombie. This is control. I find this very interesting because, first of all, I see this as like exes potentially coming back into your life at this time. I could also, though, see this as having a desire to have more control of your schedule and have a desire to have more control of your life. So there's that. Again, the stubbornness and like inflexibility is giving me like the zombie energy. And what I think is actually interesting is the fact that we have the spider here, and this is community and web weaving. Okay, so web weaving, guys, again, the internet seems very prevalent. The internet seems very, very prevalent. Okay, also, I do associate spiders with learning. I do associate spiders with repetition and doing something over and over and over again until it's perfect. So again, I do feel like for most of you, you're meeting this person while you're in university. At least that's like the majority energy. Perhaps this other person's in university or getting some type of education. Over and over and over again. For some of you, okay. For some of you, you are parents and you're single parents. You may be meeting this person at your child's school. Maybe this person is... It's giving me like parents meeting, like we're picking up our kids at school and like we're connecting and becoming friends and then maybe just developing into something more. But this feels very much connected again to education and learning and repetition. Could have to do with our daily schedule, particularly though if your daily routine and your daily schedule has to do with learning something such as Pilates, such as yoga, such as maybe you guys are doing kickboxing, maybe you guys are taking a ceramics class, maybe you guys are trying to learn a different language. For some of you, it's not giving me sports, but it's giving me like horseback riding or something like really not far-fetched, but something more unique, a more unique activity. Maybe it's archery, but it's giving me like you are being taught something, like learning, repetition over and over and over again until I'm pristine. We have scrying as well, and this is intuition. So again, you guys, this is going against what I was saying, or this is going against that card again, the whole illusions, unbalanced, distorted. I think that this is crystal clear for you guys when you meet this person. Everything is going to seem so crystal clear. Like I feel like you guys are going to have a very clear understanding of who this person is and their intentions. Like I feel like your intuition is going to be off the charts at the time in which you meet this person. And honestly, the reason why I think that's the case is, number one, I think that you're going to be meeting them at a time in which you are feeling more matured, but I also feel like you are meeting this person at a time where you don't really care. Like you're not starving for attention. You're not starving for connection. You're in this place of being like, I'm focusing on my goals. I'm focusing on my dreams, my aspirations, what I'm wanting to accomplish. And this person coming into your life is almost like just an added bonus. So there's not this pressure of like, oh my God, like I need you. I need this to work. And because I think that you're not putting that added pressure on yourself or this person, your vision of them, your understanding of them is very clear, okay? There's no like distortion happening with your perception of this person. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and get some notes for you. Thick hair. The end. I see this as a happily ever after. That's why I put it in there. We have a city in India. We have hazel eyes. Perhaps this person has hazel eyes or you have hazel eyes. We have imaginative. I would associate this with art or music. We have 25 years of age. We have straight. Ho, 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 ho. We have October. You guys could be meeting this person in October. I met the love of my life in October, so that is very special to me. We have pause. We have strong arms. Some of you guys may be meeting this person in the gym. I feel like gym people are the nicest people, and I know they have like a reputation for being like not, but I feel like gym people are literally the nicest people. Like that I don't know. I just love gym people. Anyways, we have late 30s. So some of you watching this are in your late 30s. We have bright eyes. We have lust. We have street style. We have 10 years. We have 2027. So perhaps you're meeting this person in 2027. We also have 2025. We have entrepreneur. We've got a dating app again, guys. Like I said what I said with Gemini Mercury energy being here. We have eyes. So this person's eyes are definitely standing out. We have a party, like I was saying, with the chemistry and the streamers or the sparklers. We have what is best for you. And this is another key, you guys. Like, I think it's so important that you focus on like what's best for you. I think this is ultimately leading you to this person. I think it's important that you're not thinking too much about this person. You're not thinking too much about how you're going to meet this person or how this relationship's going to unfold. Just because I think ultimately in doing that, you're almost just like leading yourself down not the wrong path. I hate saying that, but like in trying to search for this person, I feel like we're pushing them farther away. So the more we are focused on like creating happiness and learning things in our own life and learning new skills and like doing things that make us happy, I feel like that is ultimately how we are getting here to this person. We have intimidating. We have intense. And I guess that is it. Nothing in my hair? Okay. That is what I have for you guys, group number 1. Ultimately, the time and the place. I think for a lot of you, you're meeting this person while you are getting an education. University, maybe you're taking a pottery class, maybe you're taking a boxing class, maybe you're taking some type of class, you're learning something. For a lot of you watching this. For some of you watching this, you are online and you're on dating apps, but you're doing it in a way where you're like, if I meet someone, great. If I don't, that's okay. I'm not gonna like cry myself to sleep. And I also think that for all of you watching this, you're going to be very, very clear-minded at the time in which you meet this person. You're going to be very, very clear and solid on what you want, and you're not going to be wearing like those rose-colored glasses when you meet this person or when you are engaging with this person. You're going to be very, very sober with this communication and with this connection. So sorry, you guys. That is my lover. Anyways. Also chemistry class, a birthday party, New Year's, or 4th of July is also significant for some of you, okay? So those are all the messages I have. Again, 2025, 2027 are significant for a lot of you watching this. That is all I have, group number 1. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and I hope that this was helpful. Again, if you want a personal reading, description box. That's all I got. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. If you are looking for a personal reading, my loves, I have personal readings available in the description box. If they're out of stock, guys, you can just message me on Etsy and I will set something up for you in the future. It may take me a few days to get back to you, but I will get back to you. All right, group 2, let's go ahead and get into it. The time and place in which group 2 is meeting their next special someone. Time and place. Oh, I feel like it's all of a sudden gotten so hot, you guys. What the frick? Okay. We have the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the Lovers, the 4 of Rings, and the King of Cups. Love the King of Cups. Okay. This is an interesting spread, guys. We will start off, obviously, with the beginning, the 9 of Wands, you guys. Okay, so the 9 of Wands, group number 2, the time and the place. This is, I believe, very similar to group 1. I'm sure, as you guys can tell, this is a different day that I'm filming the rest of the piles. The way that I'm seeing this, though, again, it's giving me very group 1 vibes of like there's a lot going on in my life. There's burdens, there's stressors. Oftentimes I see this as a string of, I don't want to say bad events, but like bad events, if I'm just being 100%. The 9 of Wands, I usually see it as like, oh, I spilled my coffee all over my shirt and my boyfriend broke up with me and I lost my job and I hit my car on the mailbox. Like it doesn't need to literally be these things, you guys. Sorry guys, that is my sissy. Like I was saying, it's giving me a string of unfortunate events. That's the vibe of the 9 of Wands, okay? This is essentially just like things are not going great. All right. Life has been a little rough. Life has been a little abrasive. It's feeling a little sandpaper-y. That's the energy of the 9 of Wands, guys. Okay. So your life may be a struggle at the time in which you're meeting your next special somebody. We also have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is freaking hot. Okay. Like straight up flat. She is hot. She is gorgeous. She is seductive. She's very confident. She's aware of who she is, what she wants. She garnishes a lot of attention, the Queen of Wands. She's just all around like that girl, okay? That's who the Queen of Wands is. Like, there's no better way to describe her other than she is literally that girl. She's gorgeous, confident, she attracts attention, she attracts light. So, here's the thing. It seems to me that, like, again, you guys are gonna be in a place in your life where things are kind of just not the best. But at the same time, you're looking hot, you're looking good, all right? And perhaps you are feeling more confident. Now, I am somebody who holds the belief of like when we have to face struggles, when we have to face adversity, that is something that builds character and it builds confidence, guys. Like, I feel like the times in my life where I've been the least confident is when I was not struggling, when everything was just the same every day, when it was like very Groundhog's Day type of energy, versus when I've had to like face struggles and overcome them and deal with difficulties. I feel like those are the times in my life that I have felt the most confident. So also the fact that we have the sunflowers here with the Nine of Wands and the sunflowers here with the Queen of Wands, I think is very interesting. I do believe that these struggles, these hard times in your life are helping you build your confidence in regards to when you will be meeting your person. The Six of Swords, you guys, this is change and transformation. And I do think that oftentimes when we go through struggles, when we go through hard times, that is literally a catalyst for us to change. So the sequence of events that are showing up here in regards to the cards make sense to me in regards to you guys going through a massive change or a massive like shift in your life at the time in which you are meeting your next special person. This change could also be a physical move, like you guys are choosing to move across the country or move to a different state. Like I was saying, guys, the Six of Swords is change, a transformation. It makes sense to me that this is showing up when we have the Nine of Wands, because again, the Nine of Wands is a struggle. It's telling me that there are struggles taking place in your life at the time in which you're meeting your next special somebody. So this makes a lot of sense to me, okay, guys? Yeah, this could be a physical move for some of you. This could be just an internal shift. We have the Lovers as well. So time and place, it's very possible that you guys are intentionally going out and looking for love. I know the like cliche saying is like, oh, you find love when you're not expecting it or when you're not looking for it. That's like not necessarily true, guys. Like, I don't know why people say that. I feel like that happens to some people and then they go, oh my God, that's the case for everybody. I don't think that's the case for everybody. I think it's completely acceptable and okay for you guys to go out and search for love and say, you know what, universe, I want love. Bring me my soulmate, bring me my husband. Like, that's fine. Go on dating apps. It's fine. I think that people find love at the same rate as the people who are like, I wasn't even looking. Like, I think that's a ridiculous sentiment to place on the entire population. So choosing the best path for yourself. What is best for you, group 2? Once you start doing what the frick is best for you, that is when you are going to have this person come into your life. And for some of you, what's best for you is quite literally putting yourself out there. For some of you, what's best for you is putting yourself on a dating app or approaching somebody and saying, hello, you are attractive. Can I please get your number, sir? Or ma'am, I would appreciate it. You don't need to be that dry and aggressive, but putting yourself out there could be what is best for you guys, is what I'm trying to communicate, okay? The reason I'm saying that is because the Lovers, like I said, is two lovers coming together. So I can see that as like intentionally going after love, right? I'm intentionally putting myself in a position where I can find love. I'm intentionally putting myself in a position where I can find my mate. And for others of you, it could be that you are not focused on love and you're more so focused on how can I build my career? How can I make myself feel more secure and happy? How can I heal from my trauma? How can I explore the world and be happy with my life on my own? For some of you, that will be the case, but I don't want to put you guys in a box or to put this group in a box and be like, you're gonna have to meet this person when you're not looking for them. Because again, that's just not realistic for every single person in the entire world. Like, that's just not. And I think it's toxic to say that to people, because then people go, you find love when you're not looking, so I'm not gonna look. And it's like, well, you're just not gonna ever be in a relationship, and that's fine if that's what you want. But we have the Four of Rings as well, you guys. The Four of Rings is essentially representing energy of protecting yourself, protecting your resources. So when I see this, you guys, and I'm thinking about dating and like the time and place you're going to meet your next special somebody, to me, it's giving me the energy of like, I'm not allowing people to come in and waste my time. I'm recognizing my value and I'm choosing to protect myself. I'm choosing to protect my assets. I'm choosing to protect my energy. And I'm not going to be in a position in which I'm going to allow somebody to come in and distract me from my ultimate goal, for my ultimate vision for my life. I feel like so many people end up in bad relationships or end up in a situation that is not fully fulfilling for them because they go, oh, well, I really like this person, I'm attracted to them, even though like they don't ever want to get married, even though they don't want kids, even though they don't want A, B, and C, even though they're not even able to commit to me in a relationship, which is like, I'm sorry guys, but like some of you be telling me that you are messing around with people who are not willing to commit to you, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that is the bare minimum someone can do. It should be an honor. It shouldn't even be a like, oh my god, I need to question it. Get out my face. Get out my face with that. No, it should literally be an honor. If somebody is treating you as if it's not an honor to be in your life, it's not an honor to be in a relationship with you, that person is gross. We need to start viewing people like that as, ew, you're gross. You are friend zoned, you are, or nothing zoned, like you are gone. And when I see the Four of Rings here, this is giving me that energy of like, I'm not putting up with the BS. Like, I'm here to get what I want. And if you are not that, get out of my way, move, okay? Dismiss yourself, sir. We have the King of Cups. This is maturity, you guys, and this is emotional maturity. I do see this as being at a stage in your life where you are very emotionally mature, which again to me makes sense with all the cards that have proceeded. With the Nine of Wands, I have gone through struggles, I have gone through difficulties, I have faced adversity, I have regained my confidence, and I feel powerful and beautiful within my own skin, and I know my worth, and I know where my downfalls are. I'm not in a delusional state of mind where I'm like, oh my gosh, I deserve to marry a literal king because blah blah blah. Like, right, it's realistic, but it's confident at the same time. I think that there's a balance to everything. So we're moving on, we are changing, we are transforming, we are choosing ourselves, we are choosing to do what is best for us. And then ultimately, like, we are in this state of mind of maturity. We're in the state of mind of like, I am dating because with a goal in mind. I'm dating with intentions behind it, and I'm not just doing it all silly willy-nilly. Now, obviously, if you want to like have fun and date and just woo, like, go for it. Love that for you. Have the best time. But for the majority of people who pick this group, I do feel like you guys are looking for something more serious. So you need to demand something more serious and not put up with anything that is going to be less than what it is that you expect and less than what it is that you deserve. Okay. Can I please get confirmation for group? Ooh. Okay, we have Death and we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is talking about jealousy and feeling the need to protect what you view as yours. Okay? So being at a state in your life, you know what I'm reading this almost as, guys? This is weird. I'm seeing this as like, I'm not trying to be the cool girl anymore. Like, I'm not trying to be the girl who's just like okay with my man going to the nudie patootie bars or clubs or places where they dance. I'm not okay with you following all these Instagram girls. I'm not okay with you doing this and that. Like, I'm not like setting boundaries for ourselves and saying, you know what, like, if you want to be with me, like, there's going to be a standard and you're either going to meet that standard or you're going to leave. I'm reading this as that because this is, again, it's jealousy. But it's also like, I have worked hard to get to where I am, and if you are not going to bring positivity into my life, then like, goodbye. Like, I'm not doing this. We also have Death here, and I'm seeing this death as a willingness to burn, a willingness to, that sounded aggressive, but a willingness to start over, a willingness to let go, a willingness to let dead things lie. There's so many people, again, who I feel like date people, and it's like, it's so very clear that this person isn't good for you. It's so very clear that this person's not interested. And instead of like letting it go, you're trying to revive this thing that is no longer viable. And that is such a waste of time. And I feel like this particular group, when you meet your next special somebody, you are going to be in a state of mind of like, no, I'm not doing that. If you're not going to show interest in me, goodbye, toodles. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to wait around for somebody to pick me. Okay. Can I get the time and the place? Gemini season may be significant for you guys. Maybe even Cancerian season. Or Aries season. Can I get Scorpio season as well? Can I get time and place Time and place for group. Okay. We have generosity and naivety. I think that you guys are past the naivety when you meet your next special somebody. I think you are past the point of being like, oh, I'm just gonna go like you. I don't know. I just feel like this is a mature group who's not in a state of mind of like accepting poor behavior, or not in the state of mind of rewarding poor behavior. That is how I'm seeing this. Like, we are past being naive. Also, generosity. I love, obviously, like, being generous is a positive quality to have, but I feel like it's like I'm no longer allowing my kindness to be taken advantage of. We have the Smith, and this is overthinking and taking action. Okay, so your desire for love or your desire for happiness is going to be greater than your anxiety. When I think of like what this word is literally saying, overthinking and action, it's like if you are going to go out and do something, you have to just do it. You cannot sit there and overthink and be like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and waste time and like wait for it to like show up on my doorstep. It's like, no, I'm going to take action. I'm going to go for it. So you guys are going to be in a place where you are very action oriented at the time in which you meet your next special somebody. And we have the Pilgrim, and this is opportunities and growth. So accepting opportunities that come your way, accepting the growth that may be coming into your life as well. Interesting. Okay. Can I get a message for group? We have commitment. Yeah, I do think that this group, this specific group, it feels like a group that's like, I want to get married. I want to be with my soulmate. I want to be with my person. And if you are not that, I really think, I'm not trying to sound like a butthole, but I feel like a lot of finding commitment and finding marriage and finding like your person has a lot to do with socializing to the max, meeting as many people as possible, or going on dating apps, which again, I know a lot of people are against. But you have to socialize, guys. Like, you have to meet new people if you are wanting to, if the people in your life are not dating you, if the people you know are not it, you got to go out there and find them. Okay. They're not going to just show up at your doorstep. So, and for some of you, maybe they will, but why take that risk? So putting yourself out there is number one in some way, shape, or form, either in the real world or online, putting yourself out there. And then throwing the trash away, like not allowing these crusty, dusty people to stay in your life who are making it clear that they don't want commitment, who are making it clear that they don't want marriage, who are making it clear that they're not willing to be with you. If somebody is not obsessed with me, I literally will just cut that. Like, you're cut. If you're not obsessed with me, get out of my face. I don't care. I'm not doing this. We're not wasting time. We're not here to waste time. If this is what you guys are wanting, group number 2, it's extremely important that you follow that formula. Put yourself out there, either in person or online. And if somebody is showing you that they're not interested, it's because they're not interested. And do not waste your time on these people. And I feel like so many people get stuck in that, where it's like, oh, he's really cute, and he kind of was showing me attention for like a week, and then he just stopped. Guess what? He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like, the person who is going to marry you, the person who is going to commit to you, isn't going to just risk the chance of you going and meeting someone else, or risk the chance of you falling for someone else. Like, no. If somebody looks at you and they're like, my intentions are to be with you, my intentions are to marry you, they're not going to just be like, I'm going to ghost you for 2 weeks and then be like, hey, like, they're not doing that, guys. They're just not. Okay. And I know that's not like what people want to hear, but it is what it is. I feel like for a lot of you, your next special somebody, see, we have pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. This, I think, to some degree, is where you guys are going to be at. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have that 4 of rings. The 4 of rings is representing the energy of, I gotta protect me, baby. I gotta look out for me. And I think that that is important. Now, do I think that we should be apprehensive and overly cautious and overly afraid and build up walls that nobody can climb? No. But I don't think that we need to be in a state of mind of just like trust everybody. Everyone has our best interest at heart, because the truth of the matter is, guys, that is not the case. That's just not the case. Most people have their best interest at heart. So when you're dating people, especially if you're dating multiple people, or if you are looking for a husband, if you're looking for a wife, you cannot go into it with the mindset of, this person is going to be as genuine and as kind-hearted as I am. or this person's intentions are the same as mine. You need to allow their actions to show for themselves, okay, guys? If somebody's words and their actions are misaligned, it's because there's something off, all right? If I say, oh my God, I love you, and then I ignore you for 2 weeks, I don't freaking love you. Like, that's just, no, that's again, not the case. So I think it's important to have an air of caution around the time that we are meeting this person. I think you guys will have an air of caution around the time that you're meeting this person. Can I get a message for group number 2? We have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and a good time. And I think that this is something that's so detrimental, is so many people chase this. And here's the thing, guys. Yes, it's amazing to like be excited. It's amazing to get the butterflies. It's amazing to feel the fireworks, the spark, but that is not going to serve as a foundation for a long-lasting relationship. Now, I do think that you can have this and have a long-lasting relationship at the same time, but this cannot be the foundation, okay? I need to repeat myself. This cannot be the foundation. If this is the foundation, that relationship is going to fall. So again, because I believe we have this King of Cups here representing your maturity level, I think that we are no longer chasing just the thrills. We're no longer chasing just the ecstasy, right? When I think about the people that I've dated in my life where I felt that ecstasy, that excitement, that thrill, those were the people in my life who were literally demons. Those were the people in my life who were literally awful and treated me awful. And looking back, I'm like, what were you, like, you ding dong Cenus, what were you doing? And at the end of the day, like, those people were not good for me. Those people were not going to give me the commitment that I was seeking. So I think that you guys are overcoming the need for this, right? You're overcoming the desire to chase what may be unhealthy. Some of you may even be in a pattern right now of chasing pain, of chasing people who hurt you. And you may be thinking to yourself, like, no, like, I don't want to be with somebody who hurts me. I want to be with somebody who loves me. But then every relationship you end up in is with somebody who hurts you. And if that's the case, whether you want to recognize it or not, to some degree, you are chasing that. The second someone shows you that they are not 100% in on you, the second someone shows you that they are not trustworthy, the second someone shows you that they cannot be counted on, cut. All right, we have to be brutal when it comes to looking for somebody who's going to give us this long-lasting commitment, you guys. And I don't mean brutal with like physicality, but I mean brutal in regards to somebody's character. There's a solution to every problem. So again, I do think you guys are freeing yourselves from certain cycles in your life at the time in which you are meeting this person. Some of you may even be meeting this person at a wedding. Maximus, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? I feel like that's why this message is coming out like this, you guys, because the main fixture for group number 2 is like, you are going to be feeding your own table, filling your own cup, focusing on how, like, not again, like, how can I make me happy, but like, what is best for me, okay? And that doesn't just mean, again, I'm focusing on my career, or I'm focusing on traveling, or I'm focusing on this, but it's like, I'm not gonna settle for a man who's like, oh, I just got a relationship a year and a half ago and I'm not ready to date. Okay, sir, great. Go enjoy the people who are also not ready to date, like, bye. That's the energy that I'm getting, guys. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and give you my energy when, like, you're not bringing anything to my table. So I need to like focus on making sure my table is good before I can try to spread my love to others. So I just ultimately, like, the time and the place, guys, it seems very much more so like a state of mind and a maturity level that you guys are sitting at the time in which you are meeting this person. Time, place. Yeah, okay. That makes so much sense. I'm sorry, you guys. Today is the Aries full moon and I'm feeling very not angry, but just like, I feel like I have a lot of fire to put out to the world. We have Mars, all right, and this is what I've been picking up on this entire time. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be in a very aggressive state of mind, a very aggressive era when you meet your person. When you meet this next special person, you are going to be in a very like cutthroat, femme fatale, I'm not putting up with this BS anymore. Like, you again are either obsessed with me or get the frick out. This is Aries and Scorpio energy, guys. We have Chiron. This is healing. I think that you guys have already gone through this healing process at the time in which you are meeting your next special somebody. And I think that this is a key factor as to why you are being so aggressive about getting what you want, why you are being so aggressive about like, no, I deserve better, because you've gone through the healing. Can I get a final message for group number 2? When and where, time and place, strength. Yeah, 100%. You guys are exhibiting a lot of strength at the time in which you are meeting this person, for sure, for sure. And then we have sweetness and synergy. Sweetness and synergy. Okay. Let's go ahead and now pull from the bowl, which is going to hopefully obtain or give us the most information possible for a location and a date. Oh my goodness. Place, time. We've got fluffy hair. We've got intimidating. I think you guys are going to be the one that's intimidating when you are meeting your next special someone. If you're looking at yourself right now and you're like, I don't feel my best, or I don't feel like I'm strong, I don't feel powerful, this is not the time that you're meeting them. Like, I feel like you are going to be very much in your Mars energy, very much in your Aries, Scorpio era. We have childcare. All right, we have Chile. Maybe some of you guys are visiting Chile. Maybe some of you guys are from Chile. Maybe you guys are close to Chile. We have age 25. Some of you could be 25 when you're meeting this person. We have green eyes. We have single. We have masculine. This whole reading has felt very masculine. It's felt very like, I'm focusing on me. I'm doing what's best for me. And if you don't like it, we have Europe. Hello to all my Europeans. We have strong arms. Maybe you guys are meeting this person in the gym. We have frazzled appearance. Oh my God, a frazzled appearance and strong arms. Gym. We have South America. We've got intense, which this whole reading for me, guys, I feel like I've been speaking very sandpapery, and I feel like the energy overall, like for you guys when you meet this person, is going to be very intense, and you yourself are going to be in a state of mind, in a place where you are you're intense in regards to like what you want, and you're not going to be wavering. We have 29. Some of you will be 29 when you meet this person. We have copper brown hair. We have beautiful. Straight. This could be hair, guys. For all the LGBTQ, this could be hair. We have a polished appearance. We've got talented. Pause. Hazel eyes. Mixed color hair. Growing. Berlin. 37. Blessed from above. And ask questions. So, few things. Again, the gym seems prevalent with the whole frazzled appearance and like the strong arms. You guys could be meeting this person at the gym. I do think for a lot of you, you're going to be intentionally looking for love online. Whether that's through a dating app or whether that's through like Instagram or whatever. I think you guys are going to be, most of you are going to intentionally be looking for love. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this feels like a group where your goal at the time in which you meet this person is to find love, but you're very clear-minded about what you want, who you want, and that whole situation. You're not going to be in a state where you're like, I'm accepting someone who's not going to take me on a first date. I'm accepting someone who's not going to return my text messages, or who's not going to text me back for 5 hours. I'm not accepting someone who's ignoring me and making me feel like they don't care. Like, it feels like you're very, very intentional and clear-minded about the kind of person that you want, because I think this group, your next special somebody, is somebody that you are wanting to commit to for the long term. So that's why it feels like there's this very aggressive energy of like, I'm going to be harsh about the type of man or woman I let into my life and let into my heart, because I don't want to get hurt. But yeah, I think most of you are meeting this person online, or again, you may be even meeting them at the gym. Those are the only two like locations I'm really getting. Again, we do have Berlin, we do have Chile and South America. So those may also be significant locations in regards to when you're meeting them. We did have a few ages show up, 29, 25, and 37. So these are the significant ages. This could be the age of you, the age of this person, the age of when you will meet this person, like your age when you meet this person, or again, their age when you meet them. Obviously keep that age appropriate. So group number 2, that's what I have. Again, I'm so sorry for being so aggressive. I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. And that is all I got. So bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get into the when/where, or the time and place in which you are meeting your next special someone. If you guys are looking for personal readings, I do have personal readings available in the description box. If they're out of stock, you guys, you can go ahead and message me on Etsy and I'll set you up with something in the future. All right, guys. Also, I will be doing the dice. I need to remind myself to do the dice. I will be doing the dice as soon as there's a padding. Can I get a message for group 3? The time and place. The time and place. Interesting. 6 of Cups, Page of Rings, 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Chariot. We'll start here. So the 6 of Cups is representing the past, all right, you guys? So for some of you who picked pile number 3, you have somebody from your past who you are ultimately going to end up, I was going to say recycling. That sounds a bit harsh. There's somebody from your past who may be making a swing back around. For others of you, this person who's coming into your life could be appearing in your life at a time in which you are revisiting certain hobbies from the past. Maybe you are visiting your childhood home or your childhood town. That is essentially the way that I read this. It's like there's something here to do with the past. For some of you, it's going to be like, oh, I'm going home for the holidays and I'm visiting my family or I'm visiting my friends. For others of you, it could quite literally be somebody who was in your past. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean an ex. I feel like people project a lot when I say things like this. Your past could be like somebody that you went to primary school with. It could be somebody that you went to university with. It could be somebody who was just a friend or an acquaintance, or somebody who you were aware of but didn't necessarily hang around. It doesn't need to be a literal ex. For some of you, it could be an ex. This is just past energy. So I want you guys to associate the next person that you are meeting, the time and the place has something to do with your past, has something to do with energy that is familiar, okay? We have the Page of Rings. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is talking about leveling up. This is talking about something in your life leveling up 100%, and looking perhaps at your life as a whole is like, oh my gosh, things have vastly improved. You know what it's almost giving me, guys? It's giving me like getting away from the boyfriend air. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of boyfriend air, or if you guys have seen the girlfriend effect on TikTok, where it's like when a man is with a woman, with a good woman, he glows up. When a woman's with a man, she like has all her energy depleted. I'm almost seeing this as you guys having like life being breathed into you. I feel like this is feeling very revitalized, renewed, refreshed. It's giving me the opposite of boyfriend air. It's giving me, I feel hot, I feel gorgeous, I feel the most confident I've ever felt, I feel the most successful I've ever felt. This is very much like in all aspects of my life, things are leveling up, things are getting better for me, things are improving in such a dramatic way. That is the energy I'm getting. It's also very possible, you guys, that this person who's coming into your life next is somebody that you will view as a level up, someone who may be more attractive than previous partners, someone who may be kinder, more intelligent, someone who you may vibe with on a deeper level. We have the 8 of Cups as well. The 8 of Cups, you guys, is talking about walking away from something, okay? So the way that I view this, it's like, I'm done with this. I'm done with whatever this old thing is and I'm ready to move forward. It's very possible, you guys, for some of you watching this, that you are going from like you're living at home and perhaps you're like moving out for the first time. I can interpret this like that. It makes sense to me with the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Cups that we're walking away from the past thing. So like I just said, like this could be an ex. It could also, though, you guys, be representing like finally walking away from an ex, finally walking away from somebody from our past, finally getting over someone. Now, I know you guys, not all the time, but sometimes it can take a while to get over a past relationship or an ex. And I can almost envision the 8 of Cups as an energy of like, okay, I'm finally emotionally, mentally, and physically over this person and I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to like move the frick on, okay? So that is the energy of the 8 of Cups. We also have the 2 of Wands. This is planning for the future. So you guys are removing yourself from old energy. You are either, again, like moving away from home, perhaps, moving away from familiarities, and you are going into an energy of like, what is next? What does my future hold? Where do I want to go? I feel like this is why I like to shuffle off camera, guys, because I feel like when I shuffle off camera, I have an opportunity to like soak in the message. I almost want to say, like, scratch everything I was saying about in the beginning about this person coming into your life who's from the past. It's giving me very much we're moving on from the past. It's giving me very much we are leveling up from our past and we are moving in a direction that is better. Especially because we have the Chariot here. For a lot of you, there's a physical move occurring, and that is playing a role in regards to when you're meeting this person. But this, in general, the Chariot is strength. The Chariot is very much the energy of like, I'm going to go get what I want, and like, I dare you to stop me. I dare you to stand in my way, because I'm gonna literally run you over with my little bicycle. This is moving forward. This is forward motion, you guys. This is being really determined to get what you want. This is being really resilient in regards to getting what you want as well. So the way that I'm envisioning this for you guys, quite literally, just based on everything that has shown up, past energy, we're over it. We're walking away from that. We are leveling up. I think we're leveling, because this did show up in the middle between these two. So it's like, I recognize that what once was serving me is no longer serving me. What is familiar perhaps isn't what's best for me. Just because I'm comfortable in the situation doesn't mean this is what's going to ultimately make me happy. I'm realizing that I want more for myself. I'm realizing that I want more in my life. And I'm making the conscious decision to get up and walk away from this familiar energy. I'm making the conscious decision to remove myself from this old, stagnant past energy. Okay, I'm on a quest to find something better. I'm planning for my future, and I'm taking physical action to make what I want happen. Okay, so you are going to be in a shedding phase in your life at the time in which you are meeting this next special person. You're going to be shedding your old skin. That is essentially what the tarot is saying. Let's go ahead. Five of Swords. Walking away from a lose-lose situation. Okay, so you're realizing that there's a hole in your boat, and you're like, I'm jumping ship, babes. I'm not gonna sit here and let this boat sink and just be like, woo-de woo woo. Oh well, no, I'm jumping ship. I'm so sorry. I can't not hit the mic. Every single reading I have to hit the mic. It's so frustrating. Can I get another message for group? Oh, okay. Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, yeah. Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is kind of just like being more inquisitive, asking questions, being really curious about this new chapter. We have the Queen of Cups. This is intuitive hits. I see this as intuitively you guys receiving upgrades at the time in which you're meeting this person. Perhaps you are being able to see through a lot of BS. We have the Knight of Wands as well, guys. And this is really, again, just talking about going after what you want. It's like, I want it, I'm going to go get it. I want it, I'm going to figure out how to make it happen for myself. That is the energy of the Knight of Wands. Okay, we're going to move on to the Oracle cards, guys, because I feel like the tarot has essentially said everything that it needs to say. You guys are shedding skin, your old skin, and you're molting, essentially, at the time in which you're meeting this person. All right, can I get a message? Interesting, we have parenthood and legacy. When and where are you meeting your next significant person? For some of you, this next significant person could be somebody who you are going to have a family with. Obviously, I know you guys that not everybody wants to have children. I honestly, I could give a less frick who wants to have kids and who doesn't. I've received angry messages about people being like, oh my gosh, not everyone wants to have kids. And it's like, holy moly, nobody ever said that. What are you so angry about? We have rediscovery and transition. See, guys, rediscovery and transition. It's like I'm recognizing that I want this old skin. It's not a vibe anymore. I'm recognizing that my old skin is no longer the skin that feels right. And I'm recognizing that it's time for me to move forward. We also have the Forgotten, and it says missed opportunity and a fear of failure. So I'm almost seeing this, you guys, as a need for some type of free fall movement in your life at the time in which you are meeting your special someone. It feels like I'm taking a risk. It feels like I'm going on an adventure. It feels like I have to just jump into the unknown and see what happens. I don't necessarily think that this has to do with love or romance. The last group definitely felt like, oh, like this group is intentionally like looking for a husband or looking for love. This group feels more so connected to an energy of like, I want to grow. I want to evolve as a person. I want to like chase my dreams. For some of you, I see you moving to like Los Angeles or like California and pursuing some type of creative endeavor. For some of you, it could even be like New York or something like that. But I feel like there's a lot of creative people in this group. And I feel like there is this like a tattoo artist. There's someone here who wants to be a tattoo artist. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm like getting pulled in a few different directions here. This group feels like a group of artists. And I feel like where you are currently at physically is not providing you with the environment, with the inspiration that you are wanting or needing in order to fully reach your maximum potential. And this whole reading feels like a big fish in a small pond who is ready to like, you know, be out in the ocean, who's ready to go explore, who's ready to grow further. It feels like you have outgrown, again, your old skin. I keep wording it that way because that's the way it's being presented to me, guys. It feels like you have outgrown your previous skin and you're ready to shed and you're ready to move forward. So, and I feel like that is more so the focus than like finding love and falling in love. I feel like you guys are almost accidentally falling in love, which if you want to purposely fall in love or if you want to pursue someone or like put yourself out there, I always encourage that. I think it's silly to think that the entire world is going to just find love when they're not looking. Like that's kind of silly. Let's get a few more. Cloudy Judgment. Interesting. So Cloudy Judgment, illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. I think that this is coming up because, again, you guys are planning for your future and you don't necessarily, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to move to Los Angeles or I'm going to move to Nashville. I'm going to move to New York. I'm going to move to London. I'm going to move to Tokyo. I'm going to move to Barcelona. You're going to move somewhere, okay, guys, where you have a desire to be in a location that is more on your, I don't want to say on your vibe because that just sounds like not proper, but that's essentially what I'm getting. It's like you have a desire to go somewhere, to move to a location that is more in resonance with you and your energy and what it is you want to do, what you want to pursue. And I'm almost seeing this as like making that plan, but not seeing things 100% clearly, which obviously like, duh, there's no way for us. And I do believe in manifestation, but I also believe that things work out the way that they are meant to work out. And sometimes like there are just certain things in life we don't have control over. And I'm seeing this cloudy judgment as us making decisions or making plans. And it's almost like the detours to those plans is what's putting us on our proper path. It's almost like I'm shooting for this or I'm shooting for Mars, but I landed on Venus. And it's like, you know, it's like it's still great. It's just not exactly what I was anticipating is essentially the energy I'm getting. It's like what you are aiming for. It's like you're not falling short, but you're being pushed in a different direction, and this feels like it's playing a role in you meeting this person. Okay, guys, we have rejection, and this is again playing a role in that, like, it's not a rejection, it feels like a redirection, guys. This is abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. Okay, some of you may have to be overcoming your irrational fears in order to be put on this path. We have possibilities, and this is free-spirited adventure and risks. And this is the exact energy, you guys, that I'm picking up on in regards to the when/where are you meeting this person. It feels like you are opening yourself up, or you're in a phase in life where there's infinite possibilities. You have nothing and no one holding you back. You have nothing and no one telling you, like, you need to do this and you need to do that. This is the way you need to behave. Like, you are so free. We also have chemistry. This is attraction, spark, and passion. Okay, attraction, spark, and passion. I believe this showed up in group number 1 as well, which I find very interesting. That felt like too many. Can I get one more in regards to when, what time, what place? We have time. This is waiting, cycles, and moments. Isn't the universe so funny? Waiting, cycles, and moments. Okay, well, let's move forward and see if we can get something more descriptive than just time. Perhaps it's going to be between 12 and 1. Maybe it's going to be like 12:30 when you meet this person. Maybe it's going to be like 12:25, 12:45, maybe it's 1 o'clock, maybe it's 12 o'clock on the dot. That is where the hand is like, I believe this is the small hand. Obviously, I can't see the entire clock, so. But between 12 and 1 may be a significant time in which you are actually meeting this person. Open your arms, baby. This is 100% like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. I want a beautiful bouquet. And like, you're not even realizing it's right there. It's right there, right behind you. Open your arms. I see this as being like willing again to open your arms to the possibilities of life. We have compassion for others. Here's the thing, guys, right? I think that this is playing a role in this person being attracted to you. So perhaps you are meeting this person at a time in which you have the ability to have compassion for others. Because obviously, if you have a little, a leaf stuck in your eye, you're going to be focused on the pain that you are feeling and you're not going to be able to show that compassion for others. I feel like it's going to be at a time in which you are healing yourself. So then your arms and your heart is very much open and ready to receive that love. And you are capable of then, again, giving compassion to others, being understanding towards others. When you are unhealed, I think it's very difficult to do that. Okay. Can I have a message for group number 3? When/where happiness in our hearts and homes. Feeling safe, feeling secure in your physical environment. And then we have protection. Again, I think that you guys are going to be very balanced at the time in which you are meeting this person. Very mentally and emotionally secure. Can I get a time where/when Capricorn I use? This could be work related. You could be meeting this person in a work environment or perhaps even through a colleague. Like maybe you and a coworker are getting really close. They're introducing you to their friends or perhaps even a family member. And there could be a romantic blossoming through that. We have the 6th house of routine. So again, you guys, this could be work related. The routine is usually related and connected to work. This could also be the gym. This could be university or school, whatever it is you want to call it. But the routine work, doing something that is like laborious. Neptune sacrifice. I do, again, you guys are shedding your skin at the time in which you're meeting this person. So it makes sense to me that Neptune is here. Neptune is also talking about that cloudy judgment, you guys, that illusion, right? So I do believe that you guys, again, you're shedding your skin at the time in which you're meeting this person, but also you are making plans to move forward and you don't 100% see the path. Like it's like you're walking down a path, and as you are walking down this path, it feels like the fog is clearing, but it's like I can't see 5 feet in front of me. I can only see like what's right here. So it's like as we move forward, we don't have 100% like a clear vision on what is going on or what is taking place, what we need to be looking out for. Can I get a message for group number 3 in regards to the time, the place, any information on this relationship, this connection, the time, the place, any information on this connection. 28 years of age. You guys may be 28 when this relationship becomes official, or you may be around the age of 28. So I would see that as like you're 27, maybe like 6 months into being 27. Maybe you just recently turned 29, but around 28 when you meet this person. Okay, you guys. We have short hair. We have dark hair. We have kissable and scar. We have light hair. So this could be a couple, like one person has really dark hair, the other person has really light hair. We have a dream come true. We have calling and texting. This person could be sliding into the DMs, guys. We have a strong jaw. We have the 19th, okay? So the 19th may be significant. We have Africa. Hello to everybody watching in Africa. We have bushy brows, curly hair, a small nose, taking action, Vancouver, risky, which risky is obviously talking about opportunity, guys. So again, I do believe that the time in which you're meeting this person, it just feels like your whole life has kind of been like wiped clean, or like the canvas that you've been drawing on has been wiped clean and you're starting over. It feels like perhaps a holiday may be involved for some of you, a vacation of some sorts. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're meeting them on vacation, guys, but it could be like, let's say you're on the apps and then you have a vacation coming up, and perhaps like right before your vacation, you start texting somebody or you connect with someone and you're like, oh, hey, like would love to meet up, but I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so see you when I get back. And it could be a situation like that. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're meeting this person while you're in Vegas, you know? We have unusual, we have charming, we have mutual. You guys could have mutual friends, or again, coworkers, early 30s. This makes sense. Early 30s, late 20s. I feel like 28 did come up, right? So for those of you who are younger, or for those of you who are older, it could be more so connected to a physical date, like the 19th, the 28th, the 30th. But for those of you who are within that age range, it's very possible that that person could be coming up. Let's say you're 25, maybe you're not meeting someone special until you're 28. Maybe you're not really having that like deep, profound connection with somebody until you're 28. But 28, 30 seems significant. We have silver. We've got love you more. We have thick hair. Ooh. We have a diamond-shaped face, an athlete, a cutie, thick lashes, big hands, and a father. Interesting. So time and place, guys, what did I say? 12 to 1, maybe like 12:31 could be the exact time in which you're meeting this person. Age 30 to maybe like 33, 28, 29, that age range seems significant. We also have the 19th. We don't have any months here, but we do have, I believe we have the locations of Vancouver, Africa. Maybe you are someone who lives close to Vancouver, maybe a few hours out of Vancouver. Let me try to get a few more. Location, time in which group 3 is going to be meeting this person. Bright eyes. This is a fresh perspective, guys. We literally have fresh here. We have thick hair again. New York. See, I was feeling like it was like giving me like big city vibes, like New York, Vancouver, Los Angeles. We have summer. So the 19th of a summer month, June, July, August, may be significant on your 28th birthday or in your early 30s. That is essentially what I think I have for you guys. Thank you so much, Group 3, for allowing me to read for you. I really appreciate it. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you guys so much love. That is all I got. So